Getting ready to do firebox number 2. That's the old firebox, chopped up. Utilising all the steel, I had this little piece was one of the flat beds in the longer tube. Instead of chopping up this big plate I might need later to make that shape, I welded on the little pieces I cut off of this triangle onto each end of them, and that was just enough to make the plate. As I've only have this lot really. I do have a bit of plate here, but I don't really want to use it if I can. I do have this bit of 304 or something, but I don't want to use it. I've already used this piece of it. It was longer. But we might be able to get by. So I'm opening it up to this much, which is, these were the side plates originally. So it's over 300, probably 330 wide. I'll keep this height, that will be part of the feed box. Not sure if that needs to be tapered in there. Probably doesn't matter, should draw in. All I have to do is cut along there, cut the diagonals. I could even leave them, but I would chop them off, make them look a bit prettier. Don't want wings hanging out. I left the ribs. No point cutting them out, they'll offer as stiffeners in the thing. That was the lid. That was the bottom grate where the fire was sat on the last lot. Saving grinding discs by not cutting that out. Going to have to use these ugly buckled pieces. When I cut it apart, it buckled for the side pieces. Had to join there, join that middle piece. So that's the size of the fire bucket now. It's probably a bit bigger than I wanted. Still don't have a piece for that section. Everything seems to be just a bit small. Like that much smaller there. That much smaller there, and in height as well. These things, just a small little triangle piece missing. I might be able to just utilise one of these. Got 2 pieces of those triangles. And I gotta work out something for the front door. I might just do it flat faced. And the little lid, wherever that is. That can just sit in the middle maybe. Somewhere there. See how it goes. Found that piece hiding in the shed under some tin and stuff, so I can use that bit and save that piece. But I still have to use these crusty little 2mm sections for the sides. Actually, pieces are left over along there may fit into there. Works out good. Right, it's been 2 hours so far, just tacking this stuff together and cutting bits. It's nearly used up all of the pieces of the original box, just those 2 to go, and those triangle sections, and the rest is just a hopper. Three hours later, we got the internals welded. That's all I need to do. I've put in a air tube, so it should suck air from the front here. Once I chop that off, I got to fully weld it. I just filled up the holes there with some pad welding where the little bends and the cutouts were. Just got to weld down there and weld down there and along here. So that might increase. I can block it off if it's no good, but I think it might be okay. modification is done. 140 electrodes used, the remains of the old firebox, extra pieces of 3mm I had to use for this strip here. I did have to cut a piece of that 5mm off, 60mm by 340 or something. And these are off center a bit because that was the original door, and then I added the 2 extra pieces down here and just added 2 of them. Got my latch back on. I made a side mounting door. Everything's welded in there. The block off tube for the air feeder, if it doesn't work or it hinders the burning process. These were the original sides. It needed some feet, so I thought I'd just leave them long instead of finding some feet. They're already built into it. I did have to buy $24 worth of angle, 30 by 30 by 3 for the framework. It's pretty deep. We can have a bed of coals up to at least here, and it won't block the fire tube now. So all I have to do is wait till Wednesday. It's Monday today, and I'll be able to burn. We don't need the hopper anymore yet. We could. I'm not sure if it will like a hopper or anything, so I'll leave it like that. Yeah, it's a bit out of square, but I just didn't even worry about squaring it. I squared everything from this corner, so the lid's pretty flat. That thing sits on there quite well, nice and flat. So a bit of luck, we get a much more better fire and a lot more flame going down through there. Don't know how this is going to work though, but that doesn't matter really. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Alright, I'll see everyone on Wednesday. Oh yeah, don't forget the pile of grinding dust and metal dust. That's the whole lot out of the whole modification process. Okay, back for a test with the modified fire pit. Have some wood. I got some hardwood and just pine. So the boiler's filled up. I'm about ready to light the fire, and I'll get back once this is lit and a bit warmer. It's been 8 minutes and check that out, 100 degrees there already. It's sending flames down in there like they're going out of fashion. And it's already starting to steam. I'll just give it some water. That should be enough. We don't want to overfill the steam tubes. So we're aiming at this point here, probably like 250 would be good. 300 would be exceptional, but I don't know. Still heat radiating up. Oh, see, it's over full. It was just dripping some water then. I've got the air tube open. I think that flame's going down there pretty well. I'll have to stick some more wood in. That's only a small bit of wood. Alright, I'll just load her up. Yeah, even with a loaded up firebox, like choking it out, it's still just shooting down there pretty good. It's still cold, we haven't got many coals or anything going on yet. but you can actually hear it now. That sounds much better. With the other one, where the tube was only small, the coals were building up and it was just blocking the flow. But yeah, they're really shooting up there now. I don't know about this. Ow, that's hot. I'll get back in about a half hour or 20 minutes. Okay, it's been a half hour. We're roaring up. The flames are going in there, shooting out water because it's over full. I burnt out my pulse width modulator, so I have to do it manually. So there's water coming out. So the main water tube is full. Oh, we've got to go turn the hose off. But it's much more pleasant loading that fire up, and you don't have to stoke it as much. Sort of automatic. Temperature, we're reaching our temperature. We're 260 nearly at this spot, and we're 390 and down in the main chamber. We're at 527, and the galvanizer's going yellow, so it's burning off. We never got that hot before. I quickly got to go turn that hose off. 35 minutes running time. I got the main valve open, so it's just venting out, mainly just checking the fire pit. So we're at 260, 270, oh it's varying, say 266. That's taking some heat there though. We're at 300 there. The flames are totally shooting down there. It's much more easier to feed this fire with this bucket. Definitely needs a lid on it, so a hopper's out of the question. Oh, it's a shame my motor controller just died. I shorted out between there and the cage. Oh. So I reckon 6mm pipe all the way around, lots of it, or even 4mm pipe would work pretty good. Oh, my plate's buckling. I could cook a barbecue. A bit hot though. I'm surprised that's getting all yellow. The galvo's all burning off it. What are we down here? 180, 248, 360. So we gained like 20 degrees making that firebox like that. You can even hear it now, it's roaring. I wonder if that thing's doing anything to the air hole. There's no fumes coming out the top. I'll give it some more water. Totally drawing the fumes and everything in. There's no smoke coming back this way, but that stuff's got varnish on it and crap. So that's looking good. Might get a bit of fiery wood and hang it out near that bottom hole and see if it's drawing. It's a bit eerie, it's quiet. I don't know why it's like that. Maybe it is empty. Seems to burn up that liquid in that main tube straight away. I'll flood it. I've got another motor controller I can use. So I'll see if I can get that out. I'll fill up the thing first so there's water coming out, and I can change it over. I have this one, came with a remote as well, so I'll set that one up and see how we go. Okay, I'm just filling it up at 59%. I put electrical tape this time so it ain't short out on this bit of mesh. The fire's died out, so I'll stoke it up and start the countdown again, because we dropped down in that time of connecting that up. We're 130 there and 143 up there, so I'll let some water come out of there. That was my fault, stupid idiot. Should always not just do that. Alright, we're full. Okay, alrighty, yeah, I'll stoke the fire and get ready. Okay, it's now 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I just put the wood in. Yeah, we started at 11, or 10 past 11 really. So that didn't take long to ignite. Alright, we're back up and running. Okay, it's set to 15%, seems to be a good flow. We're sort of pumping steam. It's been 11 minutes since I stoked that fire, and we're coming up the temperature sort of. Starts to rock about now at 250. 370 up there. It's flow rate like this. At least we can see that percentage now, and it seems to be smoother driving, but we're smoking a bit for some reason. I might be choking. I've stoked it up too much maybe. Yeah, or we got a water leak. Maybe we got steam coming out of the internals, perhaps. I haven't got the, I got the main valve open, that's why we're not building any pressure. We'll wait till we can't see any more steamy stuff. Well, right at the muzzle seems to be clear. You can't really see it. We should get a piece of paper and see if we can light it. Oh no, matchstick, eh? I think matches. We'll try that. I just poked the fire and cleared the opening a bit. That got rid of the smoke. Try going up a bit maybe. 17% for a while. I don't think we're... Oh yeah, we're at 250. Nearly 260 there. We hit 260. But, the steam tubes, because they're vertical, are still full of water, so it's hard to gauge it at the moment. I'll keep this running, might have some lunch and then get back. Okay, that little air vent indeed draws air, look. Sucking that flame in there. Quite warm here. I'm still having lunch, so I'll put some more wood in and get it stoked up soon. Alright, it's been 42 minutes. I've just had lunch. I'm letting that just sit there, so it's 240. 240, 250 there at that line. The fire pit needs to be cleaned out, I'd imagine, because it's getting restricted. It's only mainly got coals. I've been sticking a couple of logs on every now and then. They're not logs, they're now this sort of stuff. I've gone through one whole pile. It's been around about an hour, maybe an hour and a half total time. The pump's been at 19% for that time. The flow rate of this amount I think it's slowly filling up. See the more water coming out, so we can tell if I increase. There should be an increase maybe in steam production, maybe if we're not full. Nah, we're totally full. We're cooling it down now, so I'll back that off. Oh. Well, at 50%, that's the pump rate, and there's more water dripping out now, so that's too far. So we're at 30, probably is around about 15, which is that much going in, but we're already saturated. As you can see, the water coming out every now and then. So that's our flow rate, sort of, without the gas production. So I'll shut that off for about 15 minutes. Give the fire a clean out and see how it goes. So we should start getting there. 10 minutes after a clean out, and added some more wood. I've cut it on for like 2 minutes, and we're at 163, at 170 on the seam. So I reckon it's a bit dry of water now, because we're up temperature. So as I increased that, we heard a difference. Alright, now we must be pumping water, but are we going too fast? No, we're increasing, sort of. Alright, we'll bypass it by turning off the main valve. Yeah, 30 psi there, and that valve's open a bit. like when it spins, the pressure is reduced. Nearly at 50. Oh, that's warm. Oh, we're running out of something. Wire maybe. Turn the pump off. It's 280. Oh, well, with too much water, we must have raised just a little bit too high in the tube to be efficient. So we'll wait a little bit and then back off the juice. I think this is where I gotta stoke the fire. Or more water. Yeah, we must have run out of water. There we have. See that? We ran out of our reservoir amount. I'm pumping 45% at that rate. So if I back it up there, I think it's like 40%, 40 psi. Give it some more at 45. That's the flow rate. It's dropping now, so we can stop that. But I'll have to stoke the fire. Start to blow off, it's at 50, nearly. I just added some more water, fuel. No water yet. Just turned it off. Hitting the 50. Not quite 50, unless the blow off valve's not working. I can see steam coming out of it. Yeah, it's dropping now, that water. Because the fire things are up. Alright, just stopped it. We're approaching 50, so we'll back this off. Ah, that was a blow off valve. So we're running at 27%, still maintaining 45, no 35, going to 40, at 27%. with the larger firebox you get actually more working time. Still at 40. You might have to increase. Because of the pressure build up, it won't pump and take more revolutions. $35. It's only thin stuff. Oops, too much water. I'll check the fire and see if it needs more fire. It's hard to keep an eye on your fire. Got the water off. Just added some more wood. Adding some water. 250, 4. $314 up there, so we cooled down due to the fire. I've just put the tap on. So it's about matching this, but maybe it's less. We'll hold it at 20 and see what happens. Let's sort of like that. So we must be up near 257 there, 325 at the top. Since it's increasing, I think we should increase the water and go by 5. So when the fire drops below 260 there, it's going to blow off there though. Maybe should we go down in water? Back to 20, no. Increase it to 40. That's 40%. holding 30. Oh, we're dropping now. So we stop with the water. Yeah. Fluctuating, sort of, just bouncing. So if we had too much water, it could start increasing. Oh yeah. So we had a little bit too much water in the system. But when do we turn it on? Probably now. Okay. We might have been under. We're still at 40% water. We check the temp. It dropped below 260. Need some more wood. So you can maintain 288. Moderately by adding some wood. But the water pressure seems to be the tricky bit. We're running for 10 minutes at 22% this time. And that's the flow rate. Well, it's been going up and down from about 20 to 30. So we flooded because we've got the heat there now. Alright, slightly flooded. I turned it off. So we've gone to an extra 40 degrees out in the open air with that firebox. That seems to work really well, the inlet. If it's adding anything to the whole mixture, not sure. Now we're dropping. We must need more water. I'll try increasing that. So the pump's got more force. Alright. But I only like burst. So probably there, stop it. That always does that to me. Added the pump, so we ran out of water. Alright, stopping the pump. Adding some water. Stopping. Adding water. Very temperamental. Got the water pumping still. Stopping the water. I can feel the heat from here. I'm still at 280. Adding some more water. Stopping the water. That sort of stuff is up. Only hit that much. Adding some water. Stopping. Yeah, I ran out of wood. Got to tend the wood. Okay, so as the pressure increases, the pump starts slowing down a bit. I've increased it to 29% for the last 10 minutes. I've been sitting there, but we have to keep tending the fire. And keep an eye on that thing. I could probably maybe need a little bit more, I'm not sure. I'll put some more wood in too. Seems to be stable at around about 40 at 32%. That thing sort of fluctuates with the pressure. When it gets over 45 it starts blowing even more, see? I had it on 34 but it kept blowing off the valve, and then you'd have to turn that off, the pump. And when you clean out the firebox, the water pump has to go off and then clean it out, load your wood, wait a couple of minutes and then fire up the water pump. And you can maintain 40 psi. And the pump's self-regulating almost. As long as you keep this at 180. 160 seems to work, but I think it gets hotter around here. So it's saying 513. Oh, it's working. Been running for 3 hours now. We've got a pile of wood, that's really thin stuff. I used a couple of logs of that. I'll have to load some more wood in a minute. Record temperature for there. starts to slow down when it really gets close to 50 psi. It needs a fire poking. Okay, been running it for 3.5 hours. Letting it run out now. So for about 40 minutes at 31 psi with a good fire. Starting to cool down now. Not a bad psi. Pity about this. Well, this one seems to work better, and you couldn't see the display anyway. Its number was up. Alright, thanks for watching.